Your car's white as well.
Hello, just a short video from my Tesla Model 3. I'm just going a little drive round for exercise. What's happening in the world now? Well, in Britain we've had some snow, but that's melting away, so I suppose that's all right. It's sun's out, it's actually quite a nice day, sky's blue. Right, and as far as the COVID's going, which is, I don't know what news. There wouldn't be any news without COVID. News, every time you turn the radio on, TV on, there it is. The reporters must love it. I mean, for the media, they're absolutely sorted out, aren't they? Because that's all they've got to talk about. So anyway, at the moment, what's going on? Well, the schools are now closed and they don't know when they will reopen, which is, well, as the infection's going like crazy, that's fair enough. You don't know when they will open. And there's people going around saying, I want the schools to open, the schools have got to open, when will they open? Well, they don't know when they're going. I mean, I've got no time for the government, but the government don't know when they're going to open because the infection is going crazy and they can't open unless the infection goes down. But there's still plenty of people saying schools have got to open. So what they're saying is, because I'm old, what they're saying is that I've got to die to let little Johnny go back to school. That's the way I look at it, because the kids will spread the infection like wildfire. That is where the major part of the infection is coming from. So they're saying, yeah, my kid has got to go to school, so you've got to die so my little boy can go to school. Well, thanks very much. It's very nice of you. Very, very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Governments are almost sympathetic with the government because there's nothing to do. There's nothing that can be done. The vaccine, which is being promoted as the saviour, is not the saviour as such. And I've said this before, is that what it does is it doesn't stop you getting it, but it stops you dying from it. And I said this a few months ago, and then I thought, well, I'm not sure, we're talking rubbish here, because other people are saying no, it'll save everything fine. But now I'm hearing they're not sure, and they're saying, and I'm just a wally, and they're saying, yes, it doesn't stop you getting it, it doesn't stop you spreading it, but it stops you dying from it, which is what I said months ago. So I'm a bit puzzled. Why was anything else mentioned? Because I thought that was the line, and apparently it is the line, but I don't know. So anyway, so the vaccine is not the be all and end all. It's not going to save the world, but it's going to stop you dying from it and help out, because all governments are not really worried about the people dying. They're worried about their health service getting crushed. So it will stop you getting bad, but all these old people are going in and getting their injections and running around with joy. I think they may be led up a garden path a bit, because I don't think it's all joy and happiness. So I think they're being a bit led astray here. And what with the because it's got to be 2 jabs. And now they're stretching it because the government wants to inject more people because it looks good on paper. We've injected, I mean, they'd rather inject 10 million people once than 5 million people twice, because 10 million looks good, doesn't it? It does look good. So that's what they're going for. But studies here and there, studies are all different. Everyone's saying something different. Is that 1 jab isn't that much protection, especially if you're old. So yeah, so you need 2 injections, but they're bits hedging their bets. They don't really want to give 2 injections because it doesn't serve the advertising campaign. of look at us, we're giving so many, and that's the biggie thing for Britain at the moment is we are saying that we're giving more injections than anyone else in the world. So we don't want to give 2, we'd rather give 1. 1 doesn't protect you nearly as much, but hey ho, there we go. Yeah. Other news, Brexit's kind of been brushed aside somewhat, and all the rubbish which is going on, all the lovely fish we've got, we can't sell it anywhere, and all the Brexiters are saying, all the nasty EU not letting us sell our fish with all this red tape which we signed up for. Nasty EU. And if you go on these sites, obviously I'm a Remainer, but I go on the old Brexiter sites to see the hostile people jumping up and down with smoke coming out of their ears, even though they won, saying nasty EU. So what they've been doing for 4 years is saying how bad the EU is, and what a load of, I won't say the word, they think the EU are. And now they can't understand why the EU aren't kissing our feet. That's unbelievable. Can't understand why the EU are being nice to us when we are bastards to them. That's really it. We can't understand it. Unbelievable. So now people in business, if things aren't hard enough, have got to fill in loads and loads of forms to export from this country. And people in the EU have got to fill out lots of forms to import into this country. So what they say is they can't really, can we be bothered with that? If we've got to market somewhere else, we'll do it somewhere else. So we won't sell to the UK. And the UK are saying, well, we don't want to sell to the EU because it's too much bloody hassle. So that's the way things are now. And and the ports aren't clogged up. So the Brexiters are saying, oh, isn't it lovely? They're not clogged. Oh, for fuck's sake. They're not clogged up. So sorry about that, someone just drove my side of the road. Yeah, lost my drift a bit. Oh yeah, so they're saying, look at the ports, they're not blocked up. The reason they're not blocked up is because people don't want to trade with Britain anymore. And the shops are still actually full because we got backstock. I don't know how it will turn out at the end, because things will get, in the end, things will get short. And everyone will be, I've said this over and over again about all the people that will be dying in January. I said this in December, and everyone will be surprised, and everyone is surprised. And the shops will start getting light on items. There'll be some empty shelves, and everyone will be surprised. Yeah, so I go round and round and round, and the Brexiters will say, oh, we're only short of food because the EU is so nasty. And people say my kids should be at school, and to kill old people. So it's easy me sitting here driving along, nice sunny day. I'm driving out to Epsom Downs to see what's happening, and there's so much rubbish in here, the rattles. I should have checked it out before I started driving, really. But so I'm driving out to Epsom to see what's going on, whether the pasty man is still open, whether there's lots of people there, whether lots of people exercising, because you're supposed to be able to go out locally to exercise. I'm pretty local, but in one of the newspapers saying, look at all these people out exercising as if they're doing something wrong. Well, actually, they're not doing something wrong. They're allowed to go and exercise. They're local, but on foot. But because this country, as it actually has, I don't know if anyone's noticed, a large population, when people go out to their local park, the parks are full. Now, how hard would that be? Couldn't be, because we've got lots of people, could it? Anyway, so they're doing the things what they're allowed to do, going to the park and having a little walkabout. And the papers are saying, look at these people having a walkabout. Isn't it a disgrace? Even though they're doing nothing wrong. It's rather pretty up here. It's ups and downs. I should have turned the camera around and shown you it. Yeah. There's no behind. I'll stop the camera and we'll have a turn round because it's really, really nice. Let's have a do it. Stop here.